Stop worrying about homework and start learning with confidence. This is Ask Learn. Complete help for every subject. Like, share, subscribe for daily learning videos.
So we find the fractional uncertainty in the energy delta E from the lifetime and the uncertainty principle, which is given by equation 28.2. So according to this equation, delta E is greater than equal to h bar over delta T, which is equal to h over 2 pi delta T. So the minimum value of delta E will be, let's call this delta E. So we are taking the minimum value, so that will just be equal to h over 2 pi times delta T. Now we find the energy using equation 27.4. So this gives energy is equal to h times the frequency of the photon, and frequency is c over lambda. Now we can take a ratio of these two equations to find delta E over E. So this will give h over 2 pi delta T over hc over lambda. So we simplify this expression and we get lambda over 2 pi c times delta T, and we calculate this value and we find it to be equal to 2.65 times 10 to the power minus 8, or nearly equals to 3 times 10 to the power minus 8. Now we use binomial expansion to find the wavelength's fractional uncertainty. So we know that E is equal to hc over lambda from this equation. That means E plus delta E is equal to hc over lambda plus delta lambda. This implies lambda plus delta lambda will be equal to hc over E plus delta E. Now we can factor out E from the denominator. Now assuming delta E is very less than E and delta lambda is very less than lambda, we can apply binomial expansion. So now using binomial expansion, we can write this value to be 1 minus delta E over E. Now, as you can see, this value corresponds to lambda. So now we can use this equation to find delta lambda, which will be equal to lambda times delta E over E. We have a negative sign here, but we just need the magnitude of delta lambda, so we can ignore the sign. Now for the ratio of delta lambda over lambda will then be equal to delta E over E. So we will use this equation, basically this answer over here. So delta lambda over lambda will then be equal to 2.65 times 10 to the power minus 8. We can round it to 3 times 10 to the power minus 8.